Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So since Halloween is right around the corner, I thought it was only fair to put together a video telling you all about haunted places in Italy. So I put together a list of 5 places that are very well known for being haunted. Whether you believe or not in ghosts, I hope you will enjoy this video anyway. Let's get started. The Violin House. So this was a house where a young musician used to live, and obviously he used to play the violin. Unfortunately, this poor guy died because of a long and painful disease, and his house remained empty for quite a few years. When, years later, some travelers spent the night in his house, they swore that they heard his violin playing. If you visit his house, you will see that his violin is still there. And many people say that at night you can still hear the sound of his violin and his moanings. Will! What was that? The Hockomock Castle in Palermo. This is actually one of the places with the most ghost sightings in the whole of Italy. Many people said they saw the ghost of the guardian of the palace who roams around without his eyeballs. So you can just see this pretty nice ghost with his eye sockets empty, and yeah, pretty nice to meet, don't you think? Headward. The Venice Castle in Aosta. Visitors reported many times that they've heard laughter and noises of steps coming from the upper floor. But fun fact, the upper floor is actually closed to both visitors and workers and pretty much everyone. So yeah, it's just an abandoned part of the castle where noises come from. Makes sense. The House of the Souls in Voltri. Now, this is a very creepy story. This house was actually like a guest house, a motel, where visitors used to spend the night. But they never used to come out of this house because the family who ran the place was actually like mental, and they used to kill all of the visitors that spend the night there. Like they even built some like moving ceilings where they could make the ceilings fall onto the travelers sleeping, and then they would rob them and they would throw them in like a huge hole, and nobody ever found that out until like many travelers disappeared. Kind of creepy. And right now very sinister and kind of paranormal activities happen in that house. There are even some YouTube videos about that, so if you want to check it out, just Google the House of the Souls, which in Italian is La Casa delle Anime. This is my favorite, Montebello Castle in Rimini. There is a very sad story behind these ghost sightings actually. The family who lived in the castle had this small little girl who was 5 years old when she died. And this girl was an albino girl. And back then, in the 14th century, albinos were considered like sons of the devil or something like that. So to protect this poor little girl, they kept her inside the castle and never let her out. And her mother used to dye her hair black. But the black color, which obviously came from natural like fibers and plants and all of this kind of stuff, turned into a bluish color. Hence, they started to call this poor girl Azzurrina, from the Italian word azzurro, which means light blue. One day, Azzurrina was playing with her ball, made out of old clothes. This ball fell into a hole in the basement of the castle, and right after, the servants heard a scream, and they couldn't find Azzurrina anymore, anywhere. If you visit the castle, you can even hear like some audio tapes that like people recorded, and many people hear cries of a little girl. So yeah, definitely creepy enough for a Halloween night. So headward, I would say that's it for this video. Let me know how you're going to spend your Halloween night. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and leave a like if you enjoyed this video. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao! You may look like, you know, the ghost of the Hockomock Castle. You have no eyeballs. Edward? Do you get it? He doesn't like my jokes.